Hey everyone.
Hello.
Look
Good
at us.
evening.
How is you?
Well, I'm a bit tired because it's fucking late in Germany.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's not our problem. You agreed.
Yeah, true.
You got no one to blame but yourself. You said yes.
Yeah. There is something to be said for that. So, yeah, it's your fault.
It's like when you're. It's like I've always said, like if you're on a race and say you're out there racing, right? And there's this guy who's like horrible, like the guy that was at Snowbirds this past year, right? And so like he was destroying everybody every practice because he was always on the track, like just the worst guy ever. It doesn't matter. So if you get in a wreck with him, I always contend it's half your fault because you agreed to be on the track with him at the same time. So welcome.
Yeah, I agreed to be in this life with you two guys, so I can't complain.
Yeah, he likes us. That's why. He likes the abuse.
Yeah.
And but hey, it's not every day that we get an actual ETS champion who just won who's willing to hang out with us for at least, a good 20, 30 minutes. So
Congratulations.
yeah, congrats on the TQ and no fail. So congrats on that. All right.
Thanks.
Around
Somebody
here
with
we're
actually more
used
talent than us. How
yeah,
about that?
we're used to TQing and failing. All right. Mangler's done it. I've done it. We TQ and fail a lot over here. Okay. We don't TQ and win a lot. So this is a big thing. Okay.
So this poses the question: what is more important, TQing or winning?
For sure, winning.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like when I TQ a race, the chances that I win the race are 95%.
Wow.
So,
Look at this guy with success rates and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. The chances of us winning the race when we TQ, about 20%.
So what's harder to do, TQ or win?
win.
No.
For me, qualifier is way more easy than mains, because in qualifier it's all in against the clock, and
Yeah.
in the main you actually race the other guys which are close behind and making pressure or something.
Yeah.
And in qualifiers you just race your own race.
Right. Well, we know how RC racing works. We've done it before, but yeah, I get it.
But sometimes you guys do RC racing different, and I don't say it's better what you do.
So what do we do that's different? Tell us.
For example, on indoor races, I'm not sure about outdoor races, didn't do so much, but indoor races, your qualifying mode is bullshit.
Where it's rocket round?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's stupid. That's
You're not going to get a disagreement out of us.
Yeah. So
but
that's a big
most
point.
outdoor races, or at least anyone's, I shouldn't say most. I would say like the Nationals and maybe one or two others, they use qual points outside.
My local club race does the qual points.
Oh,
we
really?
We do 2 of 3, which I'm not a fan of either. But I rather, like 2 of 3, I rather just do rocket round.
I mean, you might get rained out. Like, why would you even?
I don't know. It is what it is. So
if it rains, we use rain cars. That's the game.
I think I need to go get a rain car. I think I got my rain car right here. I just got to go assemble it. Anyway.
He's going to pull one off, right? You got one already, don't you?
Mine is just like one hand away.
Yeah.
Well, he comes prepared, man.
Yeah.
Did you bring that to you this weekend? Or with you this weekend?
This weekend, I will prepare at home for the European Champs, which are in 2 weeks. So till then.
But will you bring a wet car to that race?
To the ETS?
Yeah.
Actually, no, because ETS still doesn't race when it's raining.
Okay.
Because the rules for the stock classes are a bit different. So use handout speedos, or let's say not handout, but all the same, and handout motors. So far, they don't race when it's wet. But all other races, for example, like European Champs and stuff like this, we race when it's wet. It's called then a wet race, and depending on the rules, you are even allowed to use the wet tires. So it's actually fun.
Yeah, I would imagine. Never done it.
On purpose.
It's shit when the track is drying and you have half wet and half dry spots. But when the track is fully wet, sometimes you have more grip than in dry conditions. So
I
the
could see
cars
that.
handle pretty well when there's the track is flooded.
Is that with the treaded Shimizu tires, whatever?
Yeah, the Pit Shimizu.
Yeah.
Or Schumacher or whatever they are called. You see, they are like profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do those last?
It depends. If it's full wet, you can use them. I think I used mine for 4 or 5 races already. But as long at the point it gets dry, the tire dies directly. So it's like in real racing. They're super
That's
soft,
awesome.
and once they overheat, they are gone. But I know in the UK, I mean, they only race in wet because they have never good weather there. I think they
Like
use
Seattle.
new tires every 2 runs because clearly they are faster when they are new. Like everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, tell us how the weekend overall you felt went with the ETS. Any highlights? Any other than your win? Any other things that notable information? Hey, I mean, Yokomo looked good. They had some solid runs. I think they won.
The X-Ray team looked really good at that race.
Yeah, very impressive turnout by them.
Yeah, I mean, about the X-ray topic, I don't want even talk.
You don't have to say anything. I'm just gonna, in case no one, if you didn't watch the race or you didn't look at the results, for 2022, 23 season, whatever it is, Team X-Rays decided to no longer go to the European Touring Car Series. So there was a bunch of other people, and it's not like we had like the B team of racers there because Team X-Ray wasn't there. It was good to see a lot more, what I would say, international drivers showing up. Felt like a lot of people from Asia was there, and there was a brand new Yokomo, and it looked like it did pretty well, actually.
Yeah, Team Yokomo was strong. I mean, there were not so many overseas guys. Basically, it was only Nicholas Lee, but they did very well. And I think they put one guy was in the B, but the rest of the team was in the A main. So all BD11 cars between one was in the main, and they showed a good performance. Actually, the car worked pretty well there, and Yannick had a pretty good performance this weekend. He passed Ronald 2 times in pretty impressive way. So really like to see that.
I think it's fair to say though at this point Gillis he's fucking from Thailand. I mean, he lives there.
Yeah.
But he was also in the B main.
He was in the B?
He was in the B main and bumped up to the A main.
Oh, so I didn't know he bumped up. Okay.
He did an FJ.
Oh, that's not right. Come on.
That's how you make A's, kid. You just bump up.
Oh, that's not right. Anyway. But I actually didn't realize he bumped up. I didn't watch any of the racing, to be honest. Like I saw some videos and I saw like a half a round of qualifying, and that was about it. But it was just interesting, the mix of cars that was out there, and kind of the final result. I didn't believe in the modified class. So I'm assuming the racing in the modified class was what I'd call spirited, where people were hitting each other.
Yeah. For me,
you don't want to talk about that either. We'll just talk about it. Just type what we should say. That's all.
Yeah, the modified mains were not the cleanest ever. So there were a lot of mistakes by drivers, and there were some crashing in the lower end of the field. So I mean, I marshaled the A main mod, and at one point I didn't even know who's third, fourth, or fifth without looking at a table, because there was only first 2 mains like Ronald and Yannick, and then behind there was some kind of mess.
That sounds like most mod mains recently, I think. I mean, it's unfortunately, I think the fact that especially those guys are so close and so competitive that every second, every corner counts, and you almost can't afford to give up anything.
I mean, Apeldoorn is also pretty much high speed at like 2 points. So when you go in front of the driver's stand and to the right side, I think this is close to top speed or close to the same speed as on the back straight. So I think they are doing 80, 90 at this part, and end of the back straight 110 or something.
Kilometers.
So it's pretty fast. So and especially on the right side, there's a sharp hairpin or the sharpest point of the track, and they need to slow down a lot. And there's a good chance to pass, but there's also a good chance to mess up the race. So a lot of crashes happened there.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
To me, the track is ginormous. Like most of the corners.
You should see the next track.
Okay, well, most of the corners look like sweepers to me. And like there was one corner where I was like, oh, wow, you might actually have to lift for that one. But otherwise it just looks like you would just be full pinned most of the track.
Nah, actually not. The thing is, all the corners are banked, which helps a lot. It makes the track extra fun because if you hit the entry right, you can actually open the steering and the car rotates itself. So if you don't overshoot and get it right, the car has some extra steering which you can use without need to steer. And the thing is, end of the straight is one of the key points, because if you get it right, then the second corner, it's a bit bumpy. But if you get it right, it's perfect and you can get a lot of time there. And all the other parts of the track, I think I nearly brake at the entry of every corner to get the car on the nose and dive into the banked corners. So only the part in front of the driver's stand, it's like a big S. There I only lift a bit, but all the other corners, I put it on the nose.
Are you like, a push brake guy?
Yeah.
You're a push brake guy?
Definitely.
Okay.
I mean,
it's always fun to hear. Like
only know like full throttle and full brakes, nothing in between.
Yeah. I also see that the Tamiya had their 420X out there also. Did you see any of those go around?
I saw one, but yeah, it was there.
Okay. Nice.
I think the guy pitted in front of Gilles. That's why I saw it. I still have to say the Tamiya blue is the nicest color of anodizing overall. But yeah, I didn't check the car closer, so can't say anything.
He just wants it because it says 420.
Well, it is a thing, but I actually just think I'd like the box. Just put it on the shelf. That'd be fine. You don't need the whole car. It's okay. And so I think I also saw in the days leading up to this, you had some pictures of a new protoform shell painted. Did you try that shell at all?
No, didn't try it because at ETS it's not on the list so far. It will be first on the list for the next race, I think. So I will test it soon. But I just received it a few days before the ETS and just prepped it to see and fix the body position, but didn't test it on track. So no clue so far.
What was your body of choice then at the race?
Clearly the choice I always do, Wolverine. So that's the only shell I need.
Wow.
That's a big statement.
Yeah.
It's a big statement. Yeah. All right.
I mean, at ETS, I think the whole A main in Pro Stock class was Wolverine. And I think also 17.5 stock, the whole A main was Wolverine. So it's clearly, in Europe, Wolverine is clearly the way to go in stock classes.
I've seen some guys running in mod.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily here at Apeldoorn.
Michele Manzo, he was in the A main using Wolverine. I still tell all our other mod guys that they should overthink their body shell choice, but not sure. They probably know better.
What do you think is the right body then in mod?
They also should try the Wolverine for sure. Because if I see what lap times Michele is able to do to the end of the run, then some guys should ask themselves if they are right or not. So
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, the Matrix tire does have a huge fall off. I think that was one of the things that you guys fight there. And you feel that the Wolverine kind of helps with that because of it's a little freer in the back, so you kind of keep turning.
The best thing at the Wolverine is the rotation and the steering.
Right.
So basically, the Matrix tires, for me, they always feel like pushy. They always pushing, especially in second or third run. So they always have it feels like a ton of rear grip, but actually not forward grip, just rear grip.
So just
the
side
car
bite.
rear is very solid. So you need to get it to dive and roll. And Wolverine clearly helps with this, makes the car turn. That's the key for this shell. I also know it works for other tires, but basically this year I only used the Matrix so far on asphalt because no other races so far.
Okay.
So at the beginning of the weekend when you showed up, was your car pretty good, or did you have to make a lot of changes, or you just kind of fine tune and help the team from there?
Actually, I prepared two cars with different setups. One was my setup from previous year, which I started with. And the first two practice, the car was good. I felt confident. But then switched to my second car, which had a setup with a slightly different approach. It was a setup from Simon Lauder and Tim Wall. They went to another track in Germany and tested like 2 weeks ago. And I prepared a car with this setup, and surprisingly, I feel very confident already after the first run. So it was on used tires, and I decided to go one more run on new tires and see the pace. And it was pretty good. So I set myself that I wanted to make a decision which car I run after at least free practice 4. So, and this was the 4th run. So I decided to go with this car. And from this on, I only did like 2 small changes on the car and focused on driving.
Nice.
Interesting.
Okay. I'd love to show up to a track like that just once.
Yeah, where you got 2 dialed cars? Is that what you want?
Well, I'll take this one. It's
Now, when you're trying to make a decision between 2 cars that are fast, like what's the thing that you're doing mentally, or do you not think about it mentally? You just look at lap times.
First, I look at lap times, but at this case, they were pretty close together. So I decided for what car I feel more confident to able to manage a clean 5-minute run. Because with the Matrix tire, the window for a good run and fail is like this. So I decided to use the car which is a little bit on the safer side to use. And just a confidence thing. Lap times and then confidence. If the other car would be a lot faster, for sure I would go for this one, even if it's harder. Then if it's harder, I just need to drive better. But at this point, the cars were so good and the speed was good. So I decided to choose the car I have a little bit more confidence in.
Now, did you shared pictures? So did both cars have that homemade cut chassis?
Nope.
Okay.
Only this car had a chassis. But at the end, I think the chassis had a minor influence on the whole because all our cars of the team, they all work pretty awesome and nearly the same speed. So I couldn't find, or I need to compare again, like 2 cars, same setup, and compare the chassis. I didn't do this so far.
Yeah.
But at the end, I think the chassis was not the key at this point.
Yeah, and what you shared with me was, and I happen to have an alloy car in front of me. It's dirty as hell, but that's what we expect out of me. And so it had these similar cuts, but maybe just a little bit bigger in the front.
There you go.
Taking that brace out of it. But
it was easier to mill it full because I have only a small hand mill at home. So I just took it out fully and I made these cuts and here too. And the small ones under the damper, which basically don't do anything at all. And this one.
Yeah. So anyway, so Mangler, did you spend all weekend with your Dremel making a chassis that looks like that?
No.
No?
I went to a baseball game.
Oh, okay.
But I was watching. I saw.
You never know what the answer is going to be. So I'm just wondering. That's
I mean,
all.
I could get crazy and just start busting out Dremels, but I've kind of tried to get away from those days of oval racing where I would just Dremel like my own car. I've inhaled enough of it in my life. I don't need to inhale more.
You were fast back then, though, right?
Yeah, I was. I know. Different program.
So anyway,
I had this one that there was this one Silva chassis that I pocketed out the whole front end and just made the front end just where it was just like so free. I took that to Easley, South Carolina. I was just crushing people with it. That car was just unreal. That was I don't know if you've ever had this where you've had a perfect car. Have you ever had a perfect car, Max?
I tend to say yes, but not so often.
Yeah. Well, this is the one time in my life of all my years of RC racing where I had a perfect car.
Did you win though?
Yes.
Okay.
You won. No, I did not win.
See? Aha! Because this past season I had one race weekend. I had a perfect car, and I didn't win
perfect
either.
in the fact that it was perfect. What happened on the start is it was on cap tires, so I just looped it on the start. So once you loop, you're done. But anyway, as far as just perfect car the whole time, I've never had one before, and I'll probably never have one again. But
yep,
yeah.
And here's our buddy Larry. He's failed many times with the perfect car.
See, Larry knows.
It can happen.
So this is one thing I did find interesting, and knowing what I know a little bit about the Matrix tires is that they have a fairly hard fall off, and I saw a lot of guys doing warm up laps. Was that concerning, or did it really matter that much, or you just need to get heat in the tires?
I mean, we basically do just one, like 50% speed warm up lap, and then put the car on the line. But back in the days with Volante tires, I had more confidence than compared to the Matrix tires. With Volante, it happened that I put my car without any warm-up lap on the line. But with Matrix, I just feel not confident enough to do it. So I do like one corner fast and see that it really sticks, that I have the confidence to send it first corner.
Yeah.
And I saw this for basically everyone. Back in the day with Volante, like for example, also Ronald, he always put the car on the line. But nowadays, we always tend to do one lap and see if it really sticks or not. I mean, we can't change if it doesn't stick, but you
just drive less then.
Yeah.
No, I do like the baller move where you basically you just drive your car up to the line and then go right back and you're done.
Yeah.
That's when you know your shit's good. So.
Or at least the tire is good.
Yeah. Well, you have confidence. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
So. It's some time ago since I did this.
Yeah. And like I've done that before at my old local track, but mostly because I felt like I hated the car running, like with fresh additive on the, and then stopping and then running again. It never felt the same. So it was always best just from like the go. But that's my feeling.
Also, what the Mangler say about the fall off, I think it's the same for all tires we used ever. Volante was the same. So I personally don't know any tire which is like shit the first laps and gets better on asphalt. Never had one. So over here, all our tires we use is clearly the best lap 1, second best second lap, and then after this it goes downhill.
So what would you say if you did your fast lap at the 4-minute mark?
Impossible.
Story of my life, kid.
Yeah, I spent all weekend doing my fast lap on the 4-minute mark. So, okay.
Yeah, at least with our tires, I know it's not possible because when we go for the control practice, you also see if you're at the track and you actually see it, then we try. There's just a go signal, but we all try to separate each other on the track because we all know it's 3 laps. We could stop after 3 laps because nothing else counts. If you mess up the first 3 laps, you're out. So, yeah, that's controlled or seeding practice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw Volker in round 1. He messed up like the second lap and came back and won. So That was pretty impressive.
Maybe that wasn't seeding. That might have just been qualifying.
Yeah, it was qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was his mess up like he like
he just got loose?
Yeah. Okay. It's not like
he lost like 6 or 7 tenths. Like.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, seeding. Sorry, that's on me.
Yeah.
Now, what's the story with this? Like, there's so many classes at the ETS race. There's like, I feel like there's 13.5, and then there's 13.5 40 plus old man, and then there's like 17.5, and there might be 17.5 old man, and then like there's front wheel drive, and there might be front wheel drive old man. Why are there so many classes? What's going on?
It's only 6 classes, I think. It's way less classes than US races.
Yeah, you think so?
It's modified. So then it's Pro Stock 13.5. It's Stock 17.5. Then it's 40 plus, front wheel, and Formula.
Okay. What's the rules for 40 plus?
You need to be older than 40 years.
No, but what's the rest of it?
17.5.
It's 17.5. It's the same as 17.5, but yeah, we have a lot of guys in the 40 plus which are actually still very fast, and the idea is to give the younger guys a chance in the 17.5 class, so the older guys can play in their own class and the younger guys do the 17.5 class.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So who was the car that was won 17.5 40 faster than the car that won 17.5 young?
How you mean?
Did the 17.5, if you take the time from the 17.5 guy and the 40 plus guy, who's faster?
I honestly never.
He's like, I don't care. That's what I heard.
Yeah. No fucks given. All right, we got it. Moving on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks.
Yeah. This past weekend, I was talking to my friend Bill Sider, who was at a race in Soda City, in South Carolina, and after the third round, or almost before the end of the third round, Bill had the TQ of 21.5 touring car, and at that point in time, I was talking to him. I told him that you also, if you ran that same run in mod, you would have the TQ in mod at this one race. So, but I told him that, and then someone actually went faster than him with a mod motor. Thank God. But yeah, I thought that was funny. So, it happens, especially on a small track. It happens. So,
so what do you have coming up next? You said Euros at a hoodie?
Yeah, Euros at a hoodie arena in 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's the next race. I also will not go practice before, so
are you
just will go there and send it.
Are you boycotting?
It's the same I did this weekend, because I was absolutely not motivated to go to the ETS, because the TOS race 2 weeks ago, my car handled like crap. I mean, I wanted to kill it. I wanted to put it behind my 1-to-1 car and back up. That's how good my car was.
Was he running your car, Mangler?
Maybe. I don't know. Could have been. So again, 2 weeks ago, same track, same car.
But one difference. Like 3 weeks ago, before our race, they actually cleaned the track. On this track they also run nitro cars.
Okay.
And the line is pretty black, I think, because of the oil and foam tires and stuff.
Well, Euros has been running there for 40 years, so yeah, it's pretty.
And they cleaned the inside only on the curbs, and the asphalt was like white there. And for me, it felt like the grip is drastically lower. Other guys had no issue, but I had big issues. So, and luckily, 1 week before the ETS, they had a gas car race, and when we arrived at the ETS, the track looked normal again. So the lines were black and everything. And from the first lap on, I felt a lot more confident. But actually, other guys didn't have the issue at the TOS. But yeah, maybe the 5% grip just made a difference for me. I don't know. I mean, me and my shitting driving style, so who knows?
Well, grip makes all the difference in the world. There's no doubt about it. If you have it, you feel like you're a hero. And if you don't, it's just struggle bus all day. So, yeah. So Huddy in a couple weeks. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but you actually do some big gar work. You wrench on a Porsche Cayman Cup 4 GT4 car.
Yep.
And you're going to Spa this weekend?
Yeah, tomorrow I will leave for Spa because on Thursday we have 1 day of track day for customers, and our drivers take them for a ride, and then they can use their own cars there and stuff like this. So actually no race this time, just the track day.
Just track day. All right.
Yeah.
So when do you guys race again?
I think the next race is second week of July. Then we go to Italy to a small track. I think it's called Franciacorta. It's no official track. It's a Porsche Experience Center. Not sure if this exists in US, but we have a lot of this in Europe. So, and they always have like small practice tracks beside. And yeah, there will be the next Porsche Swiss Cup.
Now, Max shared some pictures of the last time they were at the Red Bull Ring and all of the destruction that occurred, and it was rather entertaining. And I said, well, at least you don't have to, because he doesn't have to fix it, right? And he goes, well, yeah, but there's 6 cars and there's 1 guy back at home, and he had to like rebuild 6 Porsches in a couple weeks. So
yeah,
that was quite impressive.
He fixed all. He is magic. But yeah, all cars are good again. All cars are ready to crash again.
Did they need a lot of AM 78 X3s?
No, they don't. They didn't need any bulkheads.
Oh, okay. All right. How about AM 17 left to rights? Any of those?
No, bumper holders were fine.
Oh, okay. Wow. I don't know how those guys do it. They're better than us. They crash excellent, you know?
But I can tell you it's way more expensive than if we crash.
Yeah?
Yeah. Our main car, 911, the newest generation 992 GT3 Cup car, it had like 50 to 70,000 euros damage.
Sounds like a great weekend.
Yeah.
Was that the one that spun around?
Yeah. That's the one from the spin around at back straight. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I actually was just racing at the Red Bull Ring, like before we got on, and
I
got destroyed by. No. That was a different race before that race, and then I got destroyed by some Brazilians, and so, yeah.
Isn't this always what happens? Come on, Mangler.
Dude,
all I ever
Brazilians
hear
are
is
fucking
you
horrible.
crying about Brazilians. Come on.
Oh my god, the only thing they know how to do right is chain a pussy, and after that, it's fucking all downhill.
Yeah, did you try to yell at them that they drive like Bruno Senna and not Ayrton? No?
Yeah, really. Ugh, horrible.
Anyway. All right.
Well, do we have anything else for Max? We don't let him go to bed.
I don't know, Max. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to share? Anything? Any new products? You have your own brand. Anything you want to just hype up while you're on the show?
I mean, tomorrow I will release like 2 new Osomatics products. One for the A12 and one for the front wheel car.
Okay.
Actually, the front wheel car, the part we showed at ETS already, maybe you saw on Facebook.
Yep.
And yeah, for the A12, it's a small part, but it's something my US guys wished, so we made it.
Harder springs?
Oh no, it's softer springs.
Oh, softer springs.
Yeah, excellent. Very nice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will make the release just before I will go.
Good. We'll order 100 of them just before you go. That'll be great.
Perfect.
I don't know. I saw that the work done on that new piece for the front wheel drive car, and it looks nice.
Yeah,
looks expensive too, but it looks nice.
No, price is okay.
Okay.
What do you think if you bolted one of those onto a 4-wheel drive car? What do you think would happen?
No idea. Probably it could be a US car thing. So because, for example, I know Sam used a lot of weight in the front of the car.
No.
Hold on. Why are you sharing his secrets?
Why are you sharing his secrets, man?
We all know. We all see his car with all the tungsten whites put everywhere. So
Yeah, he
not
needs
a
to learn how to
secret.
get a picture car. You're not a
Yeah. One that has a totally different like clown setup on it, and just be like, look, here we go. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I probably should just why don't you send one of those me my way, FJ? And
Yeah. Well, they would make your front end tires chirp for sure. Like throwing all that weight in the front, it would definitely chirp. So it'd
I
be
like chirping
interesting.
tires.
Yeah.
That means you got traction.
Yeah. Anything new out of your own brand?
I mean, I'm currently working on some products, but
I think the most recent thing was a new glue bottle and applicator.
Yeah, the new glue, which is like super flexible for gluing sidewalls. So I think it's actually a thing for you guys over there. I used it at a MHIC. So I also know EA likes the glue and guys like this. So and yeah, the bottle is like very different than the other ones because I aim to have a super soft bottle, so you have a better feeling when applying the glue. Because I fucked up so many tires because the bottle's super hard. I squeezed and then it was all over. So this really pissed me off. Yeah.
Yeah, we have that problem. Our shit usually goes all over the place. Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah, we say that.
I'm also,
FJ puts his. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You guys may saw I used like a 12 scale style bumper on the touring car. Currently working on this and testing if it's solid enough and stuff like this. So this is for sure a thing I will do. And yeah, just trying to figure out the shape and how strong and thick it need to be. And yeah, that's things I'm working on, but yeah, that's nothing world new. We all saw it, but it's not over here in Europe. You can't get it easily, so I try to make it and offer it to the guys so they can also use it.
So are you getting a farm of printers ready to make stuff?
So far, I have only one printer because I wanted to see and learn if it all works and how it works. So and yeah, if the sales are going up, I probably need more printers, but we'll see. At the moment, I'm still testing. So for 12 scale, it's easy to do the bumper. It's nothing magic. But for touring car, my aim is to have it as light as possible because clearly the TPU bumpers are a bit more heavy, but they have some other advantages over the foam. So I try to find the perfect balance between weight and strength.
Interesting. All right. Very good. Well, Max, we really appreciate your time staying up with us so late, and we know it's a struggle being such a world-class superstar driver, company
representative,
company owner, company representative,
team manager.
You're kind of like a sex symbol of RC. That's what I think about. When I think Max
Maechler. The titles you own is almost as long as my dick. I mean, it's just impressive.
Yeah. So
sex
anyway,
symbol of RC. I think that should be my new.
Sex symbol. There you go.
There we go. We put it on the card.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We do have one little quick question from the crowd. Corey Harpke wants to know what kind of printer you use.
I bought myself a Prusa MKS 3i Plus, the latest Prusa one. So I think I did some small research and this seems to be a solid choice. It's actually made in Europe over here, I think from Czech. So it's not that bad and it does what I need. So it was a good choice.
I had some Prusa over the weekend and it was really good too.
Well, that's all we had to say. So Max, thank you, and we do appreciate you coming on. And for anyone
Enjoy
who
your
doesn't,
trip to Spa.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Are they gonna give you a ride around up the Mulsanne Strait or what? Or not the Mulsanne, but the what the fuck?
Eau Rouge.
Eau Rouge. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if someone take me to a lap, but not sure. My job is something different. I'm not there to drive. I'm there to take care about the car. So
yeah, be like, hey, motherfucker, I fixed this shit. Give me a lap. Just don't wreck.
Yeah. I hope there are no Matrix tires on it. So.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to lift big.
Yeah,
All right.
otherwise you'd probably spin in the Eau Rouge, so
Possibly.
not that funny.
Please have some good Belgian beer for me this week.
I will try.
All right. Very good. It's a struggle, I know. Yeah.
It's a struggle, but it exists, but it's hard to find.
It's not that hard. It's just ask the little gnomes running around the forest. They'll tell you where it is.
FJ, it's always hard for Germans to find the good beer outside of Germany because clearly the best beer is from Germany. So for us, it's always hard to find something okay-ish outside of Germany.
Oh my God.
That's how easy it is.
I think he's biased.
Yeah, he's a little biased. It's all right. We'll give it to him. All right. Thank you, my friend.
Man. Congrats on your win.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye-bye. All right.
How
That
about
was
us?
yeah.
Fucking
Look at the
international bitch.
Anyway.
Hey, hold on. Let me go get something to drink. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's see what you gotta
I'll do a little song and dance, but that's good. So yeah, really interesting to see just how different things are across the globe with this whole racing business. There's a lot of racing that's going on this weekend. So ETS was on full song. In the States, we had a little carpet club race going on with about 100 or so people out in Soda City. So that was good to see. Was there any racing in Florida this past weekend? I don't think so. Not any on road, right?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys are practicing down for Coral Springs.
Yeah, sure. And whatchamacallit, I raced in a snowstorm this past week. I was at the track 3 days this week. 3.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
That's
it
for
was
you.
crazy.
That's unheard of.
It almost is unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, you had your cotton gin out there.
Yeah. I was cotton picking. I knitted myself some underwear. It's really good. I was pulling it out of my fan.
Woodley.
Yeah.
You know who that is.
Ridiculous.
Right?
Yes, cotton gin.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right.
Anyway, so I've never seen something like that before, where if let's say you have a fan that's on a Speedo. If you lift the fan off the Speedo, you find shit underneath everything. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like I was pulling like socks out of my fucking bearings, with like an X-Acto knife. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
I would just throw those away.
Yeah. It was so bad. I had a bearing seize on a diff, and then my drive shaft blew out, and all this other craziness. So I collect all the parts, and like I'm pulling the thing out, and the bearing on the diff went like this. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so we're going to have to work on that. Everyone gets new bearings.
Like before the thing.
Maybe. But anyway, everyone gets new bearings now. That's how we're going to do
bearings?
It. All new bearings.
Max USA?
We're probably going to go with the new ceramic joints that just showed up.
Oh, you're not giving out new bearings. You're just saying you're going to put new bearings in.
I'm going to put them in. Yeah. Everyone can have my old ones if you want them.
No, I thought you were having like a bearing blowout there at AwesomeMaxUSA.com.
No. The bearing blowout was happening in the pits and on the track this weekend in Cottonwood Alley. So, anyway, craziness.
But hey, you got to race?
Yeah, I got to race a little bit. I raced 2 cars even. You know what you should always do? Run 2 cars when there's 4 qualifiers. Like when there's 4 heats, you should always run 2 classes.
Ooh.
Dumbest fucking thing I've done in a while, but that's okay.
You've done dumber.
Yeah, it is what it is. I've successfully, and successfully is all kind of up to interpretation, but I've successfully run 5 cars in a race weekend, no problem. Usually 1 or 2 of them they're just like circulating, but then you have at least 2 or 3 of them that are like kind of in the mix. and you don't know which one it is. It's kind of fun. So it's kind of like you drop all your toys on the table. You're like, oh, which one of these fucking works? All right, let's go. Anyway.
Yeah, there's always that class you end up, concentrating on.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes there's the one you give no fucks about and you do well in it. And you're just like, fuck me, what the hell?
Yeah,
This
that's
sucks.
the one that's frustrating more so than anything. Like, I'm doing well in this, and I don't even care.
Yeah. And it's like, something
I
dumb
TQ'd
like
F1,
F1.
I don't even care. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, and then there was like a lot of racing this weekend. Guess what? The NASCAR, the Busch Series, it's actually called Xfinity, but the Busch Series was in Portland, at Portland International Raceway for the first time. Guess what happened all weekend?
It rained?
Correct. Rained all weekend. Yeah, sons of bitches. Anyway, but it looked like an interesting race.
Was it on road? Is PR? Is that
it's a road course? Yeah.
Okay.
And so the guy who won, AJ Allmendinger, he won.
The Dinger.
He won in Champ Car in like 2005 or 2006 on that track.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning of the race, he was a lap fucking down.
Oh, nice.
And he unlapped himself because of like endless cautions.
Yeah.
And then was fine. He found a way to sneak up and do it. So
nice.
Interesting.
The Dinger.
So, yeah. And then he flew to where the fuck were they? NASCAR ran in Illinois for the first time ever also.
Illinois.
And I think, whatever. Anyway, I think he was like in the top 10, at least on the restart of the last green-white checker. And I don't know where he finished, but whatever. It was interesting. So it was actually in like St. Louis area, like right across the way from St. Louis.
Missouri?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was.
But it was in Illinois. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, whatever. It is what it is. So.
No.
Yeah. So
how did your car work over the weekend?
Well, we got two questions, or one question so far. How is the Phoenix car? I had maximum rear grip. That's all I'm gonna say.
That sounds like a winner.
I gotta figure out how to get maximum front grip, but like the front end. If I showed it to you, you'd laugh at me because it was kind of like. So I gotta smoothen it out. Maybe put some different front springs on that sumbitch, and then we'll try again.
So it's like a Rose 12 scale.
Yeah, it was like every 12 scale I've ever owned, where it's slightly banged out looking, and we usually get it to work. That's all. It is what it is.
It doesn't actually have travel. It just kind of uses the foam as a shock or whatever.
Well, the front springs collapsed so much that one of the runs, like pretty much, I could just hear the car go through the sweeper. Yeah, it was pretty dialed. So,
nice.
Yeah, then I had to spend a bunch of time just to, raise the front suspension. So, and when you're doing that stuff, you don't have a lot of time to, raise the front suspension when you're trying to get racing in without it raining and all this other shit. So it's just, it was very time limited. That was the big problem.
So you guys ran 3 qualifiers in the main in how many hours?
We started at 11:20 and we were done at 3. Maybe 3:20.
4 hours. So an hour, that's not too bad.
Hour around, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He wasn't pushing too hard then.
That's pretty hard. It's not that bad. So, like there was basically open track for like 10 minutes, and like, of course I was in race 3 and 4 and then, you could have open track. So anyway, it was what it was.
Race 1.
Yep, and marshaled race 1. At least I didn't have to marshal race 4 because I was driving that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But I don't know. I think things kind of leveled out a little bit on the touring car. I didn't get to make one of the big changes that I needed to do, which is to the rear spring, and so I was kind of just dealing with a car that was a little too loose. And so my solution was just to take dual rate out. I went from 96% dual rate to 80% dual rate, and so that's a bit. And so yeah, it probably could be better if we were on the layout I practiced that week, and because we raced a different layout, and the layout I practiced on all week it actually reminded me a lot of like a Jackson layout, where there was it was tight and technical and relatively, the corners were relatively slow. There was only one where you kind of sent it in, and the car had to stick. In this other layout that we ran, it was just wide the fuck open almost all the time. You were just in the motherfucker. And so yeah, I don't know. Needs a little bit more oomph on the rear spring. But we'll see. We'll come back, try some more things. The list of things to try is getting smaller. So that's all I can say.
Okay. Are you going to run it all during the week this week?
No, this week doesn't look like it's going to play out. I'm doing this today. I could have ran today. Tomorrow.
Anytime we podcast, you like you.
Yeah. Last week, the Tuesday was definitely the good day. Tomorrow, I got plans. Otherwise, I could run. And then if I look at the rest of the week, Thursday rain, Friday rain, Saturday rain, Sunday rain, Monday cloudy, and then maybe Tuesday. It doesn't show rain. It just says overcast. So that's like a sunny day right there.
Overcast is equal to sun.
Yeah.
Right.
Seems like it.
So,
yeah.
What was the
so
other
anyway.
talk?
What's that?
You said you had another question.
I think that was it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. But yeah, so and Trotta wants to know where's the off-road talk. Well, I'm the race off-road, or I'm the practice off-road this Sunday. Or I'm sorry, this Saturday. I'm going to take that 4-hour drive down to Northwest Hobbies because that's what I do.
8 hour.
No, it's 4 hours one way.
Yeah, 8 hour total.
Yeah, 8 hour total. Do that in one day because I'm an asshole. And I do have a new part to try in that thing.
So how many hours of practice do you need to get to make it worth your 8 hour round trip?
I don't know. Let's not think about things I don't want to think about. Come on.
So are you going to be there for at least 8 hours?
I'm going to be there when that fucker opens and then when it closes. So it opens probably like 10, 10:30, maybe 11, and it closes at like 6, 7, or 8, whatever the fuck time it is. Open to close. That's when I'm going to be there.
All right.
So, what else can I do, man? I ain't got no other options. So the one thing I plan on trying this weekend, it's for the 4-wheel drive. Instead of running a slipper, this is effectively a spool. Okay. I'm going to try a spool in the front, or not in the front, in the center, and see how that goes. So, and hopefully downstairs I have the appropriate gear.
That should make it turn.
Well, we'll see what it does. I honestly don't know. The guy who won the J Concept race at Northwest Hobbies last time out, he had that in his car. The company, there's a local company here in Oregon. It's called Vision. They make some parts, and so they have this. It's a universal like center spool. So you bolt a Kimbrough spur gear on the side, and you send the motherfucker. Nice. So yeah, we'll see what happens. He was running slightly lighter diffs than me, so what I'll probably do is just run the car, probably bolt fresh tires on it, run the car as is, just do like 2 minutes, and then put the part in, run the car again, see what happens, maybe try lighter diffs, see what happens, and yeah, just try some things. That's all.
Does anyone run a spool in the front end?
I'm not aware of anyone running a spool in the front end. I don't even know what that would do, realistically. Like the diffs are pretty light in the grand scheme of things. There's people who, like in off-road, in 4-wheel drive off-road, you can, in stock racing, you can basically do what I do, which is nothing, or you can spend about $500 on your drivetrain, by putting these mod performance stuff, which is the Matt Olson designs, and he has like lighter drive shafts for the center, and then he has lighter like dog bones and whatever else. It takes like tons of weight out of the drivetrain. I need to like crash less, and then maybe I'll consider that. But until then, no. It's like if you can be like, oh, there was 5 seconds, I don't need that. So when I look at my race run and there's no more, oh, there's 5 seconds, then I'll be like, oh shit, I'm gonna go think about this. So, just let's be truthful here. That's not the problem.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
All right.
But so that's something to try. And I got my good friend Billy Cider. He's making some stuff for me right now. We got some brand new sway bar holders that we're making for the wheel speed cars, and Billy's got some CAD drawings up right now, and he's busy printing some stuff and doing some things, and he's supposed to ship that out to me tomorrow. So if the two-wheel drive cars show up in time, we'll run the two-wheel drive cars. If they don't, then they don't, and we won't run the two-wheel drive cars.
You have all new two-wheel drive cars coming?
No, I just sent him my cars. I was like, here you go. I was like,
Got it.
I have a few that are good. We need more, and improve the design on this a little bit so it has a better kind of like insert that goes into the plastic so it doesn't break and do other shit like that. So anyway, first prototypes were done. We're hopefully on to the second prototype now. So we'll see what happens.
So you're putting 3D printed parts and hope that it doesn't break? That doesn't sound correct.
Well, the first one lasted a long time, and then the second one I put in, I had to put one in basically at the beginning of qualifying at the J Concept race, and then I sent him my car, and he said, well, he's like, oh yeah, the broken one that's installed in the car. I'm like, no, there's not a broken one installed in the car. And he's like, oh no, there is. It's broken here and broken there. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I didn't know that. I was like, I would have found that out when it broke. But other than that, like, I'm not going through this thing like a CSI detective. It's not a crime scene. It's a fucking off-road car. It jumps, crashes, things happen. Whatever.
So you're a normal program.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. If it can survive whatever shit I do to it, anyone can use it. That's what it comes down
to. Yeah, I can see that.
So anyway, but are you going to race this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt. I'll be sweating my balls off down in Coral Springs, Florida. Yeah. Dodging rain clouds.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if anyone saw the weather or the news, the weather news, but over the weekend. But we had a tropical storm go through South Florida, and parts of Miami was getting 6 inches of rain an hour. So, but Coral Springs is a little north, but still. So, but it still hasn't really stopped raining, at least the forecast. So it's kind of one of those things that they just put 50% chance in because they really have no fucking clue what it's going to do. It could rain. It might not rain. Never know. So I'm going to go down there, dodge, because this is a makeup race for a rain out. And this is the last state series for the 21-22 season. So this is the last state race. And then we basically take the rest of June, July off, August, I believe, as well. And then we start back in September.
So you're not going to race for like 3 months? Or not with the state series? Like someone else is racing?
Yeah, okay. So really it kind of comes down to, it'll probably be just once a month at Valkyra right now. Unless I get a bug up my butt and try to go run local.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have some things planned for July. It's kind of busy month. Mm-hmm. And then August is fucking August, man.
It's hot as balls, right?
Yeah, and I got some stuff planned for September as well. So probably just kind of lay low a little bit and just not go crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Think about life, regroup, retool. Go to other than Valkyra, I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, that's all that really matters in your mind. So
right now, yeah, unfortunately, it's
yeah,
kind of a little bit of an exception, but
yeah, serious mind fuckage going on right there. But it is what
oh
it
yeah,
is.
for sure. I mean, yeah, I got spreadsheets and shit now, kid. It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Spreadsheets. Well, I made spreadsheets of my lap times
Yeah.
this week. That was crazy. I have
Yeah.
to tell you, everyone made fun of this fucking thing, where I had this this crazy 3D printed thing to push the
Yeah.
IR signal through.
Yeah. Yeah.
This fucking thing is for the situation that I'm working with, it's the best. And I honestly wish
You
I
have to
left
set
it.
your phone up next to the track.
Yes. Well, no.
Okay.
Well, you set the little thing that's on the tripod next to the track, and then
Okay.
your phone binds to it via Bluetooth.
Got it.
And I almost think I want to do this all the time, because I can't tell you how aggravated I am at most tracks. And forget this place. They have no power. They have no internet. Like, my expectation level is fucking like here. All right. But you go to an event and they got live time and they got the fucking big screens and they got all this other jerk off shit. But the fucking lap times never get uploaded. They fucking take months to get uploaded. And by then you're already 3 more changes later and you're like, I don't know what the fuck I just did. And this little thing is probably going to be in all my cars very soon. And because it just makes sense. Like, you can get your fucking lap times. There's none of this, bitching and moaning about whatever's going on. I totally think it's going to be a part of my program at every track going forward. So,
Okay.
yeah. What I'm likely to do is take these little transponders and I'm going to try to figure out some little like LiPo power source and just like fucking, glue that shit into the body and just have a practice body that has this nonsense in it. And then you're good to go.
Right.
So
that way you don't have to run the tower power there.
Yeah, so you don't have to have all this bullshit. You can just bolt something onto a body, call it a day, and for some reason, hell, if you go faster with that, it just takes voltage off a receiver. That's all.
So how much voltage comes off of a receiver?
6 volts. That's it. Yeah, it won't be hard. But, I'll figure out something. And I think the only thing that will really matter at that time is having an on and off switch because the battery won't be big. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
And
well, you'll have a battery there to charge it too.
Yeah, probably. But all in all, I'm pretty impressed with that. And then the other thing I am planning on doing, which I'm going to become one of those guys, and you can make fun of me with this. I bought on Amazon, because that's where you buy bullshit. Some waterproof camera, and I'm gonna find some way to mount this camera onto like a hat or like my chest or like maybe one of my nipples. I don't know what, and just be able to run and then also get video of what's going on, because I think the video of what you're doing is also very, very critical. Now that I got to see some of it, I was like, oh shit, that looks pretty good. And now I kind of want it all the time. So I'm hooked. So I'm going to be that jerk off with the fucking, video dongle on my fucking head like an asshole.
Oh, you'll be that is an asshole. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to be that guy.
I'm going to be that guy. Right. So it arrives tomorrow, 10 p.m. or sooner.
So is this going to Bluetooth to your phone too, or what is it?
No, it's just going to be some El Cheapo bullshit. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Hopefully it has L quality picture.
Well, we'll see. If it's not good, you won't see it here. But if it's good, you'll see it here. All
right.
But
post question up.
All right.
State race is September 24th and 5th.
Yeah, sounds like the same weekend.
Yeah, September 24th, 25th, Valkyra kicking off. Basically, it'll be the Nationals warm-up.
And that's exactly when EA's race is.
Okay, so sorry, Will, but answered your question.
Yeah, choices have to be made.
That's what we do.
You know, where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Yeah, do you want to get ready for the Nationals, or do you want to go run at EA's place?
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that are gonna go run at EA's place.
There's gonna be way more people at EA's place, bro. Let's just be fair. All right. There's almost no doubt how many more people will be at EA's place.
So, anyway,
yeah.
Oh well,
it is what it is, man.
So yeah, the July, there's a end of July, towards the end of July, there's a race at Valkyria, and then August will be one, and so there'll be 4 or 5 more weekends not to try to fail or suck as bad as I do. And
I even hear that they're willing to rent the track out.
News to me.
Yeah, I hear it's available.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Joe was trying to tell me it's available, and so like if you guys, well, I don't know if everyone is so friendly or chummy around there. If you guys were all smart, you should just pitch in. You could probably like throw down $40, $50, get a few people there. Bam. Look, Joe just said it. Bam. Renting now. He says, give me that cash in my hand, and he will rent that track out. So think about it.
I got 20.
I got 20. You might need another 20, but I think if you just had 10 guys with a bunch of 20s and maybe a few 5s and a 10, it would probably sort itself out. So something to think about.
I just need to know.
Yeah. So what we're trying to say is, if you're in that greater Florida area or in the South, Joe's saying it's not enough, but Joe will sort it out with the appropriate people. And
hey Joe, I got a dog food hookup, so we might need to talk.
I don't know what that means.
And then Joe rescues dogs.
Okay.
So he's always needing some dog food, and so.
Yeah. Rich is saying you can afford 30. You have a Cadillac.
It takes premium, kid.
What are you trying to say is
it takes premium, and I drive 105 miles an hour across the state. So yeah.
You need to go get a Honda Fit then. That's what you need. Put some 87 in it.
But yeah, so yeah, so it's $100 a tank now. So yeah, it's $50 bill one way.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh well.
What is the price of premium in your neck of woods?
$5.35. That's what I saw this morning.
I paid $5.89 the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Practice this weekend.
The 105 checks out. Yes. Mm-hmm. Practice. Yeah, it's the practice this week. How you haven't practice? It's the ETS. It's the oh shit! It's the state series race, and
he doesn't give a fuck.
No fucks.
No fucks.
No fuck. Well, and that goes along with the rest of the people in the state, because 2 other tracks local to me are racing this weekend too. So
yeah,
there really is no one gives a fuck about the last race of the state series. Dave Veer has won both the 17.5 and mod classes, and so no one really gives a shit.
Oh wow, he won both?
Yeah.
Is he trying to scare people away?
Oh, I doubt it.
Dave, this is a bad business move. You gotta fall on the sword. Let other people win. So
Joe, what before we had the weekend already? There was no.
It doesn't matter, Mangler. It doesn't matter. But now you want to go there instead. That's fine. We understand.
Yeah, pretty much.
Joe, he'll see you there this weekend. All right, let him know how much money to bring. All right, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, he's not going to go sweat his dick off at Coral Springs. That's what I will
sweat my dick off in Valkyria.
Yeah. Hey, say what's up to the alligator or whatever it is in the lake next door, or the pond or whatever the fuck it is. So all right. Well, clearly that's what you're doing now. And this was just a free advertisement for Joe.
I'm going to the state series race. And,
oh, okay. All right.
I gotta support my boy.
All right.
Might as well.
All right.
So, I mean, it'll if my car is loose this weekend, I might as well fucking quit because Coral Springs has the most grip of any track there is.
It's only on Saturday. You can go race
Yeah.
it on Sunday.
No, I'm good.
All right. We're just throwing that out there.
I'm good.
So.
I appreciate it, Joe. Thanks.
Mhm.
But keep me up to date on when these surprise fucking weekends happen.
It's every weekend you give him greenbacks. That's every weekend. Bam.
When you coming down?
Put that money in my hand. That's what he's saying.
20 bucks, little man. Put that shit
Yeah,
in my hand.
exactly.
Oh,
Anyway,
yo, yo.
yeah, I don't know when I'm coming down. Hopefully, I'm coming down for the actual Nats, and that's how we're gonna rock this thing.
Oh, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna do what Maechler did. Just show up.
With 2 cars and just decide between one that's just the same speed as the other, but both faster than everyone else. And
well, we're gonna hope for that. Yeah, sounds good. That sounds like a fucking plan to me. You know.
All right.
And if I do make that race, that will be the middle stint of a 3-weekend like bender.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
This is like, when you're getting married, you got to go test that relationship. I'm going to go test that relationship.
Yeah, you are.
So,
Next thing we know, you're going to be back on the East Coast, kid.
Wow, that's not right. Yeah. So we'll see. We're going to go test that relationship. Yeah.
This podcast will be coming to you at 8.
Yeah. We'll be doing this a lot later. And I'll be in somebody's basement. No, I'm just kidding.
Be in Trotter's basement.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'll be doing it from 360. I'll be arm wrestling the mice running around there. Anyway, just kidding. It's a joke. I kid.
You and Ray just pounding fucking Coors Lights.
No, that would be not bad. Those guys, they fucking know how to welcome somebody there. They get you drunk if you want to be, and then yeah, that's about it. So, did you see the pictures? They fucking tore a house down next to me.
Yeah, I saw that.
Crazy.
I told you, dude. That's every day down here, kid.
That's crazy.
That's how people roll down here.
I can't believe it, dude. This little fucking excavator did this house in a day. It was amazing.
Doesn't take much.
Yeah.
So what are they going to build? You know?
I don't know. I don't even want to know. You know what? It doesn't.
Now you're going to have 8 months of fucking pounding.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Fucking construction. Beep, beep.
Yep. Thanks again.
You're going to have all that.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Can't
8
wait.
months as tore that fucker down in 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take 6 months to build it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plus it's going to rain, so it's going to delay it, and yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Hey, just heads up.
Yeah. Thanks again. Really appreciate the support.
Yeah, that's the thing down here, man. You just buy a piece of land and it has a fucking shit box on it, and you just bulldoze it down and you build this thing that does not look like it belongs to the neighborhood because it's surrounded by shit boxes. And one day those shit boxes will get bought out too and turned over, and because there's like the Florida house, right? So houses up north are
they've heated them.
Well, that but I mean, like the old Florida houses down here are like 900, 1,100 square feet. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1 car garage. Like that's like a typical. There's a lot of those around here, right?
Bungalows.
So, well, yeah, but they were houses in 1930. So, there's a lot of these are just everywhere, and so these neighborhoods are just ancient. And all well, that's actually I should say 40s and 50s because they're all post World War II. But they're just so people are just now buying these properties and redoing them and building these 5,000 square foot just things that just basically there's no yard because they use up every inch of the fucking footprint that was there. And so it's interesting when you build this $1 million house and across the street the dude's got a refrigerator and a couch on the porch and fucking missing his 2 front teeth, and is on cops every other weekend. I mean, this is Welcome to Florida, kid.
Welcome to Florida, kid. I like that. Yeah, I joked with the soon-to-be old lady. I said, "Hey, too bad that plot of land wasn't a little bit bigger. We could have bought that, and I could have just put a racetrack right there. I'd at least be home all the time."
Yeah, no shit.
So, but,
well, you need to do fucking go. You need to go Vera style. You need to look with the house with the fucking tennis court.
I almost got one of those. It had a pool and a tennis court. The only problem, it had 50 steps up to the front door.
Get one of those
50.
little.
Nah,
You got one of those little fucking those handicapped little
yeah,
chairs.
really handicapped.
Yeah,
Nah, kid.
looking nice, kid.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Put some brushless shit in that thing, and it'll go. We'll make it a little faster.
Yeah. Nope.
But yeah, I mean, that's what you need to do. I think that would probably be like my ultimate move is, and like I actually had not thought about this until just a few weeks ago when Vera sent me this picture of this house, and his wife fucking called him out on it. You just want to buy it because you want to put a track next door, and she's like, yeah. But
so I had that
Go
conversation, and then the point was, I don't want your fucking friends using our bathroom all weekend. That was the statement. And there's something to be said about that. Just think about that. Those guys are gross.
Yeah,
anyone who's ever run a track, some guy's fucking shitting on the top of the bowl, doing an upper decker on you, or just shitting on the floor. Stuff like that happens, and you want to kill them there. Imagine if they did that at your own fucking house.
Porta potty, kid. Just put a porta potty.
Who wants to see a porta potty? Come on.
You put it behind some trees. You kind of feng shui it into the fucking landscape.
Come on, dude. We're not in the fucking middle of nowhere. We don't got that much room. Come on now. Let's, let's not get carried away behind some trees. Anyway.
you fucking Seattleans, you're all used to in the nature and shit. You just
pop a squat.
Yeah. That's how you are. One with the nature and the woods and
Yeah.
Of course, I think now that I've I didn't think about this either because sometimes my vision isn't as clear as it should be.
Yeah.
That you should just make a container track.
But so, are we going to race on the walls of a container track? Describe to me because I love the whole container concept. What I actually have thought about is they have these fabric covered buildings. It's just like a steel skeleton or aluminum skeleton, and then they have fabric, and it's just a big fucking half circle. And then what you can do is
it's called a Quonset hut.
Well, it's not necessarily a Quonset hut, but yes, it's of that same concept. I get it. And these fabric things, you can put them bolt them to concrete or like pylons or whatever, or you could bolt them to the side of some shipping containers. And so I think if you put some shipping containers and those are the walls, and then you put this Quonset hut fabric bullshit thing on top, it could be an interesting track solution. And if you think about it, you probably wouldn't have a lot of locals unless you got popular. So you could just pit in the shipping containers that run the side of the building, and you could even maybe rent out a shipping container. For anyone who wants to be a big baller, they get their own shipping container. But in all those situations where I envision this, I always then think about, wow, we got to pour a cement floor, and that costs at least $50,000, and that's when I start to seize out a little bit, and I think it's not worth it. But whatever, we'll see someday. Hopes and dreams.
You watch Hoovie's Garage?
Yeah, I've seen the dumbest show on the internet.
He just bought a 3,500 square feet building in Wichita, Kansas for $75,000. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that in fucking Seattle?
I would complain it's not big enough.
Well, yeah, it is. 3,500.
It's not big enough.
It's not big enough. But if it's just for you.
Yeah. I almost had. I could have had a building that was basically brand new. It had huge ceilings. The only problem was it was only 68 feet by 67 feet.
Tight.
Yeah. And so you could get away with like a narrow width, but like I feel like you'd need at least 80 feet for a straightaway.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyway, but yeah, almost happened.
Yeah, so like what you do is you take some shipping containers. How wide is a shipping container?
They're 8 foot wide.
They're 8 foot wide. So you need 6 of them.
Okay.
48 feet.
Mhm.
So you just cut the fucking sides out of the bitches, and you just you would fabricate an arch to support it, and there you go.
So you
And
think
that would be your floor, and you would just build a subfloor on top of it.
maybe.
I mean, you need to know a welder.
Sure.
And
But like to me, you know, like the type of welding you would need to do, you'd have to pour like little cement pillars for the containers to stand in. And
you need a footer of some sort.
Yeah. And so, but like a traditional building, whether you build a pole barn or whatever it is, you use an aluminum building, blah, 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 you're basically stuck with, you can either have a dirt floor and have it on pylons, or you're going to, you know, pour concrete. And that's, depending on how big it is, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah. Usually if you want anything that's, say, 6,000 square feet or above, I think you're looking at $100K to pour a floor.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting problem. The guys at Time Zone 2, they did a pole building. I was looking at all their build videos and build pictures that they did. They did an asphalt pad, and then they did everything on top of the asphalt pad. And I think
cheaper.
Well, it was cheaper, but I was talking to one of the guys. I saw him recently, and he was like, "Whatever you do, don't do an asphalt pad." Because what they ended up doing was then they put heavy machinery on the asphalt pad after and dented the fuck out of it. So
why would you put heavy machinery on it after?
I don't know. You know, whatever they just did, and it fucking, you know, if you put down an asphalt pad, are you going to wait like, you know, a few months for it just to chill out, harden up, blah blah blah? You're probably going to knock all that shit out as fast as you can.
So speaking of asphalt pad, the folks in Cincinnati just got their new asphalt pad laid down.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's like,
where's it at?
I think it's just north of the city.
At
a county park, or not park, but a county fairgrounds. I think it's like 200 by 200 or some shit. Or not 200 by 200. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but it's pretty fucking big. And so yeah, the county came out there and laid down some asphalt for them, and I think they have one of the Midwest Series races at the end of this month or next month. So they got to turn this shit around pretty quick, but so yeah. I'm sure I think it's Queen City on Facebook. I don't know if you're on the Facebooks or not. I'm pissed off at Facebook.
Why is that, Mangler?
So the other day I'm scrolling Facebook and I fucking stop because I was doing something else. I stop on a fucking frisbee golf video, and now all I get is fucking frisbee golf videos. It's like, no, motherfuckers, I don't want to see this shit. Like, I don't care. And so yeah, now they think I'm a fucking hippie or something, and I want frisbee golf. It's fucking horrible. So anyway.
I see it. It's called Queen City RC Raceway / TSRCAR Community.
Yeah, TASCAR or whatever.
And the dimensions are 210 by 100. Yeah, get some.
Yeah, big track.
That's some shit right there.
Hell yeah, it is. So anyone in the Cincinnati area, fucking there you go. Have at it.
That sounds pretty good. I would like that. I was actually looking at what an 80 by 200 building would cost.
Yeah.
That's some shit right there. You could do a lot of stuff in that. But
why don't you just go find an old fucking Sears? Oh wait.
I can't afford it. Oh wait. So yeah. Anyway. We'll see. Someday.
Wow. Oh, did I get cut out, or did he? Uh-oh. What?
I don't know.
What
We
happened?
disappeared. We're back.
Are we still?
We're still live. I don't know what happened. We're back though. That's all that matters.
Weird. All right.
I love how you're like, uh-oh, and then you said that, and then I saw it. You know, like it's like one of those crashes where you hear it, then you can still see it, like Syndrome's crash, and you're like, oh shit. Anyway,
that was probably the best time moment of Sam Isaac's career. Like,
yeah.
There was that was just, this has got to be the 15th body. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that video like almost daily. I just still laugh.
Daily? Wow, that's excessive. I don't.
I don't.
I saw it for the first time in 3 years, and I thought it was very funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I'm like, oh my god, we were actually really funny at one point.
I still think we're funny. What's your point?
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe we've lost a little bit in our age.
I don't think we've lost anything, bro. I'm fucking hilarious.
Speaking of not losing anything. So last night you went to NKOTB.
That was Sunday night. It was
Sunday night.
I'm sorry, Saturday night.
Oh, so Saturday.
A day out in the Cottonwood, and then New Kids on the Block. Yeah.
So they still got it or what?
I don't think they ever had it, but yeah. I also didn't realize that these guys were they're from Boston, eh?
Yeah.
But they're basically
Marky
they feel more Jersey Shore than they do Boston to me.
Okay.
And I've never seen
this really much of a stretch.
I don't know, but I've never seen this many sequins or like shiny ass shit on some men before. They could have been like at a Chippendales, pretty much. Yeah, it was pretty close to Chippendales.
How was the mom crowd? Was there like fucking just 40-year-old women everywhere, or what?
Oh yeah, dude, it was. Yeah, there was a pile of women from like 35 to 55 that wanted to smash the fuck out of those guys on the stage.
Yeah, they've been wanting to for the last 30 years.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a few other bands in Vogue. They still have the fitness, and then your boy John Dixon was there.
Oh yeah, Rick Astley.
Yeah, he was in a suit. He looked like a giant tool. And then
skinny black boy with the big black boy.
Yeah, and then there was Salt and Pepper were there. Yeah. Now there was something I didn't realize, and only Google told me this later. So it used to be Salt, Pepper, and Spinderella, but apparently they had an outing with Spinderella at the beginning of 2019, and they kicked her out of the group.
Yeah, it's just Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
Spinderella couldn't cut it.
They had that was their home girl from 87 to 2019.
Shit, we change. We get older. Shit changes. Shit. People got to pay rent now.
Oh God. Well, this definitely is the "oh fuck, we're broke" tour. Like we need some fucking money tour.
Mortgage is due.
Yeah.
We're coming off them COVID years. We ain't got nothing.
Yeah, this is oh shit. We got some kids that need to go to school, or oh shit, like I got 3 divorces I got to pay for. It's not good. But yeah, that is what it is, man. Things like that happen. That's how it goes down.
Yeah, the double mortgage tour.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. Anyway,
good show. Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
I enjoyed myself. There's
at least mocking it.
Oh yeah. And but after a while, there's only so much gyrating of Donnie Wahlberg that I can handle. Yeah. So I sat down and whatever. At least I showed up. And
so is Donnie Wahlberg? Is that the dude on Antiques Roadshow?
I don't know about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Someone answer me. What Wahlberg does the Antiques Roadshow?
I don't know.
Okay. Internet.
But I did. It came to me eventually, and I was like, oh, I guess that's Marky Mark's brother. That's who that is. I was like, I Why would I think about New Kids on the Block?
But you
There's
just
no
don't
reason.
know. Oh, you dumbass don't know anything. That's right. I
No,
forgot.
I
You know
forgot,
nothing
bro.
about like geography, pop culture, current events. Like, motherfucker, you've lived in a bubble and you don't know anything about dick. I mean, you know some shit. You kind of know a little bit about RC cars and a bunch of shit about computers, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Oh, and fucking Wu-Tang. I mean, other than that,
Yeah,
like,
dude, we weren't at a Wu-Tang concert because if we were like seeing just Method Man or the RZA, that would be that'd be great. The thing that was crazy though about this show was, you know how like a lot of shows you go to and you're like, oh, I'm gonna show up late because the opening act, he fucking sucks. Fuck that thing.
what's the fucking?
New Kids started the show.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I thought some shit might happen because they're kind of old men. They gotta fucking get it done early.
Yeah.
And so they kind of did like 20, 30, maybe 40 minutes, some
You
shit.
think Rick Astley would have opened?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
Yeah.
like anyway, we went out to dinner. It kind of just put us, in there early. They started 30 minutes late. So blah blah blah. You show up and like we're in line to get drinks and like a band comes on and we're like, I don't know who the fuck that is. It was New Kids. They went out first. So,
Right.
but it's not like you missed the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So saw most of it, and then the other bands, and then they come out again. They all had a second wave.
Oh, okay.
They came out again.
Oh, okay. So
So it's good.
like
You get to you could take a nap. You get hydrated. You could take a poop, whatever it is.
yeah.
Whatever these old ass performers need to.
Yeah,
They
now do
can't. They're
some
not
mixing.
20 years old anymore. They can't just
Yeah.
rock out.
Right. With the cock out anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
So
fair
they're
enough.
not like the Bruce. Like the Bruce would just play for fucking days.
Pearl Jam. I mean, they still fucking 3-hour shows every night, kid. Doesn't matter.
That's crazy. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. But they're what you call next
Talented?
level.
Oh,
Yes, that
sorry.
Too. Yeah, that too.
I felt like there was a lot of lip syncing going on during this thing.
Probably. I'm sure the lung capacity isn't quite there to fucking carry some of those things.
Yeah.
It's just more just running around and they're playing the hits, right? So it's not like you gotta really.
The hits. No, dude, they ran out of hits and they started playing other music that was just like of the age.
So when they came back around, it wasn't the same set. It was a different set.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
They started playing other. They had a guy who is legit, but he hadn't. No one was paying attention to him until the pandemic. DJ D Nice. He used to do these pandemic things on Instagram and whatever else. So D Nice, they had like a D Nice like mix thing going on. So they had a little video of D Nice. He wasn't there, of course. And then they were just like putting other songs together. They had like they had a little bit of the Jacksons. They had some Whitney Houston. They had all the sort of
ATOB, whatever.
Yeah, but they had people that weren't there in the building, and they were just playing records or like playing audio. And then they'd like sing on top of it a little bit. And the worst part was,
we can't perform anymore, but we're gonna play some records.
Yes.
We brought our mixtape.
And the worst part was, and I think this is where they lost the crowd a little bit, was Donnie Wahlberg was like, you know what's even better than growing up with all of you? It's growing old with all of you. And I think that's when all the women, their just vaginas just shut down. And then they were like, I don't want to be called old. Fuck you, Donnie. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to call some bitches old. That ain't going to work.
Not 10,000 women between 35 and 55.
Nah, they don't want to be, we're growing old together. No,
motherfucker.
Yeah, he's fucked up with that. So I think he's also an anti-vaxxer. But anyway, so there's other problems going on there. So clearly, anyway.
Fucking Wahlberg. Is he like his brother? He gets up at 3 a.m., prays, and then fucking goes, works out, and then eats.
Why would I know this? I have no clue.
You never heard of the Mark Wahlberg fucking daily regimen?
Nah, kid.
It's
I
kind of
actually
famous.
do things.
Well,
I don't.
dude, you think I seek this shit out?
Why do you know it?
I read it somewhere. I don't know. I read shit. I retain it. I can't fucking help
Dude, if you read, you have the ability to not read. All right. So.
But I can't. The ability to retain useless things, I can't stop from doing.
Can you retain good things?
Not as well.
All right. Well, here, my friend, here's my suggestion then. Why don't you pretend all relationships are useless things and you'll be the fucking best mangler you've ever been?
What are you talking about?
You know, useless facts, Anyway. All right. I lost.
Yeah, you lost me on this one.
That's fine. So,
I mean, I was like fucking trivia champ on Wednesday. Did I show you that?
yeah, I saw your little trophy that looked like 4 RC trophies taped together.
Oh, it's like this really like crazy hacked up trophy kind of thing. It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
It looked pretty ghetto. I agree.
Yeah, so Wednesday night was usually my trivia night,
Mhm.
and so we won. My team, not my team, our team. Yeah, it was a big win.
It was a big win. Yeah.
Yeah, big win.
Do you get? Is this the sort of thing where you get to keep the trophy, or you have to bring it back?
No, it just stays at the bar, but we get to sit with it tomorrow night. So
oh,
tomorrow
you get
night,
to sit with it.
it sits with us.
You get to stroke it and call it precious.
As the defending champs, we get to. Yeah, Wahlberg is married to fucking McCarthy, so yeah, he's an anti-vaxxer.
Yep.
So, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So, yeah. In any case.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I already said this on RC Tech. I know RC Tech's dated, but we're at 7 pages for this shaft drive express car, and the cars probably won't be in the States for another month. This is it's pretty impressive. The amount of love that there is for a shaft car is it's mind blowing to me.
I think everyone harkens back to the days of the TC3, and they realize that hey, I had a TC3, and it was a pretty good car, and I was I remember back touring car when we had those, and things were better, and this and that. Yeah, motherfucker, you were only going third the speed you're going now.
A third the speed, and half the cars, they were so fragile, they would just shatter themselves off the track. And yeah,
dude, I remember seeing dudes that were like into it, like guys who were like kind of like we are now, right? And they would, the time they would spend fucking massaging on their TC3 to get it fast, it was just fucking just mind numbing.
No.
Like, yeah, just shaving and fucking bearing.
Thank God I wasn't in RC then. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the dude's effort, the people who got serious about it, the efforts that they had to put into that car to make it competitive or like really fast was just ungodly. And I think people are like, well, I had one, so I'm gonna go get another. I'm gonna get whatever else, and because shaft cars are the way to go.
I do have one thing that I am planning on doing, which is in the line of Funster.
Drag racing?
No.
Thank God.
235 millimeter pan car.
That was like the next thing I think on my list of bullshit classes you can run.
Yo, this body looks so sick. You kidding me? Look at this body. It fucking looks awesome.
Where are you gonna run that at?
At the Cottonwood Festival.
Fucking Cottonwood Festival.
Yeah.
It reminds me of back in the day. And we were talking like early 90s when we used to take. So we took RC10 rear ends essentially, and we would put them on a fiberglass or graphite plate, and we would turn it around
10L front ends. Okay.
And put it with a 10L front end, and we called it a gearbox class. And like, and I'm talking 10L front end, fucking old school.
Yeah, old school shits.
Yeah, and we used to run that shit, and we had these TOJ bodies that some local guy made in Indiana, and they were like fucking paper thin back then.
Oh, they
And
were?
oh
They
my
weren't like
god.
100 grams, no?
Oh no, dude! These things were like they would immediately when you cut the wheel wells. Well, first off, when it came to you, it was already flared out, and then when you cut it, it went even fucking more. And so every one of the bitches were cold pulled, and oh yeah, it was just like so you're just so the car is actually 300 meters wide
Yeah,
after you
that
put this
sounds
thing
good.
on.
I hear there's some people doing some very interesting things with 12 scale bodies right now and making 3D printed molds, and they're pulling off of 3D printed molds.
Who?
So,
What?
some guys in Ohio doing Ohio things.
Oh,
So when
Ohio
I get
guys doing
when
Ohio
I get a
things.
few in my hands, then we'll talk about them.
Fucking Gerber, that dude will fucking make anything.
It's not Gerber, but it's somebody in
Gerber?
that crew. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you know who Spaz is, it's Spaz who's doing it. So
Okay.
anyway,
Coley? Yeah.
yeah, no, not Spicoli, Spaz. Anyway, so former world finalist actually. Anyway, but yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. Definitely, people are doing some interesting things right now in the hobby. So
A whole new
it's
technology
changing.
to this 3D printing thing.
Yeah, it's a whole new world.
Yeah. It's a
So
whole new world. Oh.
exactly, that's exactly what I was thinking. So anyway, hopefully, hopefully soon we'll hear about your racing adventures.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. What's the worst thing that could happen?
I get last.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you'd sell it. Anyway.
Oh. That'd be the best thing.
No, come on. But if that is, then Track Rats would have 3 confirmed TKOs and a double TKO on one of you guys. Yeah. We should. I could probably do this as a service. Like wives could sign up their husbands, and we could just, we work on them, we beat them down a little bit for a few months, and bam, then they're out of the hobby. Back
has
to
nothing to do
whatever.
with the show.
Oh no.
No.
Oh okay.
I do the show regardless.
All right.
So. You
Do you know what's?
Replaced me last time.
Oh, that's not right. Do you know what's happening this weekend?
Yes, 24 hours in Le Mans.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Good answer.
So,
good answer.
Speaking of which, I ran the Toyota 010 car, the 010 car, the new hyper car.
And, in the little video game
Gran
thing?
Turismo. Yeah, and I was doing 322s, 323s.
Yeah.
And right now they're doing like 336. So I think based upon that information, I could probably just go to Le Mans right now and fucking outpace everyone.
Yeah, I think
same car, right? Same
it
track,
sounds relative. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. You wouldn't lose it in the Dunlop corner.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. You wouldn't get in the car. You'd need a fucking shoehorn.
That's fucked up, man.
I wouldn't either. That's the reality. Those little skinny bitches, aka race car drivers, like, when you start wearing a size 32 pants, let me know. All right, because I don't know if you could fit a 32 pants in those fucking Johnnies. I think they're probably like 29s, 27s. Yeah. Some shit.
Yeah, shit I wore in 3rd grade.
Shit I don't think I ever wore. Anyway, it's fine.
But yeah, Toyota was pacing everyone, it looked like. I think qualifying starts tomorrow?
I think it's Thursday night, but I could be wrong. I have my 24-hour Le Mans app.
Okay.
And it says, here's the schedule. Free practice 1 is tomorrow, France time, 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Qualifying is at 1 p.m. France time on Wednesday. Free practice 2, Wednesday at 4 p.m. France time. Free practice 3, Thursday, 9 a.m. France time. And then Hyperpole, which feels like just the useless thing, Thursday, 2 o'clock p.m. France time. So we'll see.
Did you see the new BMW car?
Yeah.
For the
whatever
Daytona prototype.
Yeah. They did like a little art car type paint job on it too.
A little bit.
Didn't look
Yeah.
bad.
Looked good. They had the fucking grill, the buck teeth fucking grill, but other than that.
The fucking ugliest shit possible.
Um,
Dude, no one's
but
gonna say in 20 years from now that those fucking new M3s, M4s, M2s, they're all gonna say, man, that thing looks like fucking dog shit. No way
there
is
was a
that gonna.
car. There was a car that looked very similar to that. It was called the Edsel.
Yeah.
It fucking was horrible too.
Yep.
But yeah, but I guess Penske's gonna run the Porsche car. So
Yeah.
So Penske's gonna run. So after this weekend, they're gonna run LMP2, and then they're like, "Fuck that program. We're gonna go run Porsches." And so they're gonna work out the new Porsche shit.
I don't think it's really a Porsche though. I think it's
the Porsche engine.
It's a Porsche engine, but it's a chassis, a Multimatic chassis. I think.
Okay.
It's not a Porsche
makes sense.
car. It's just a Porsche engine.
Well, that's pretty much what you're fucking pushing around anything.
Well, that and the electronics package.
Yeah.
So.
But so now you'll have Audi. What is it? You're gonna have Audi's coming back.
I thought Audi gave up on it. Are they? Or maybe it's Aston Martin gave up on it.
Yeah.
I think Audi gave up on it because they're going to go F1 racing.
But
I
Porsche
could be
is going
wrong.
to go F1 racing too, which doesn't make sense because it's the same
exactly same company.
But you'll have Acura. What was the other? Yeah, it was Audi. Yeah, it was Audi. It was Acura, Audi. Honda. I think Honda's still going to be in it or coming back. No.
Yeah, it
Toyota,
might be.
Or no, Toyota. So that, and you got Cadillac, and I think Lamborghini was doing a team.
Yeah, I read an article. So Peugeot's coming.
Yeah, Peugeot.
And then now BMW, Ferrari.
Yeah, Ferrari. That was it.
Porsche, Cadillac, and Audi.
Yeah. What about?
I'm sorry,
Acura?
Porsche, Cadillac, and Acura. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then there was plans on an Audi, but they pulled it.
Okay.
And there was also plans on an Aston Martin, but Lance Stroll fucked that up. And then Alpine is going to have a car that isn't an LMP2 car.
They have one right now.
Yeah, but it's an LMP2 car. It's not
and they're like, we don't think we're fast enough down the straightaway. We're going to be a hazard.
Yeah, maybe. And then you also have the American manufacturer Glickenhaus. They ran last year. The problem is they don't have any electric shit going on. It's just a motor.
Just a motor.
So.
Well, I saw Corvette was fast too in the.
Really?
Yeah, Corvette was
fast.
Yes, in the GT3. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were dog shit the last time they went out.
They were fast, but I think they might put a BOP on them real quick.
I don't know. Because when they went from that GT1 class to GT3, they were dog shit. So
yeah, but
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
They were. I read an article yesterday or something like that. They were fast.
All right. Hey,
they're pacing away.
Hopefully they are. All right.
It's really interesting though that all these teams are coming back into racing or getting into racing right now. It's really kind of like. It's interesting. I don't know.
Well, they just found a way to rape and pillage people for the last 2 years because of COVID. So why not?
Huh? Might as well. We got all kinds of money right now. Let's go racing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nothing like a good way to burn off some profits. Let's go racing.
Yeah, we got to create a loss so we don't look like.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We need a tax write-off. Let's go racing.
Yep.
We've made too much money.
Tax write-offs are where it's at, bro. That's all I'm saying. And then we also have Formula One this weekend.
Yes. Oh, I love this track.
Where are they this weekend?
Starts with a B. Fucking Bathurst. Bathurst, right? Is Bathurst?
No, it's
Australia. Bahrain.
It's no. With a B. No, yeah. It's in Asia or Europe.
Oh, it's Europe.
But it's really Asia.
Fuck.
It might as well be Russia, right? It's not Turkey.
No.
F1 schedule. Azerbaijan.
Yeah, Azerbaijan. That's it.
Yep.
I love this track.
Baku. That's it.
Baku. Yeah.
Yeah, and it has that fucking giant straightaway.
Mm-hmm. and it's fucking just like the narrowest roads.
And they go around that like castle type thing.
Yep.
Yeah, silly. Anyway.
I love it. I love this
Okay.
race. It's a good race.
All right.
There's usually they usually tear up some good shit this race.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Who
And
are they
then,
talking about that's already out of budget? Like,
yeah, everyone's crying. They're like, "Oh, we burned through our 140 million already." Not yet, but
yeah,
they're getting close.
yeah.
So I really feel for them. Anyway, yeah. So
What do you
we'll
think
see.
that 140 million actually consists of?
People that aren't drivers and aren't the team principals. It's people, machines, and engine and transmission and electronics rental packages.
So, but if you manufacture it,
Yeah.
does it cost you anything?
It costs you the machine to run it, the guy to run it, and the raw materials to make it. Not all these like little guys, they don't have machine shops
Right. Well, they
on
don't.
site.
Yeah, like AlphaTauri, they're just buying.
Well, they probably got the money, but like let's say Williams.
Right.
I don't think Williams is making this shit right now.
Whose motor package they running?
They're running Mercedes, but like
Okay.
from a car perspective, I bet they're like subbing out a lot of stuff. Aston Martin, they're subbing out tons of stuff. That's the old Sauber team. There's a big difference between guys who are making it and guys who are having a machine shop go make it for them. So yeah, I don't know.
Do you think that Andretti is going to get in?
No, I don't think they're going to let him in. They don't want to share the money. So it'd be good if he was in, maybe.
Really great.
The crazier part was
So who's going to run the Porsche? Who's going to run the Porsche shit then?
Whoever. It'll probably be like.
They're not going to let another team in. So why would they? I don't know.
No, it'll probably be like Red Bull or somebody.
The Red Bull Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't they have their own engine program?
Until somebody else is willing to go make it, why do it? If you were going to have like some fucking bullshit that you made, or some major motor company, I'd rather have the major motor company. They only had their hand forced because Honda tried to pull out. Their fucking pullout game ain't right. They just need to leave it in there.
Well,
they need to do this. They need to have a soaking game, not a pullout game.
The old dick soak.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, what's funny is Honda couldn't make a motor, and that's all they do is make motors.
Well, they listened to McLaren. McLaren fucked them because they tried to like package it a certain way, and it didn't work. So Honda's a fucking beast. Don't worry about them. They're fine. They just won the Indy 500. They're okay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because I'm sure you know this, but for a lot of people that don't, like Honda's business is to make motors, not fucking sell cars or whatever. They're in the business of making motors, and wherever they put that fucking motor in, whether it's a generator, a car, a F1 car, a lawnmower, a tractor, whatever, that's what their business is. Motorcycle, yeah, that's their business. It's not the stuff that goes around the motor. It's just the fucking motor. And how they couldn't make a motor for F1 was beyond me. But as you said, it's probably McLaren fucked them up. But
yeah, they listened to McLaren. Fuck McLaren. That was when McLaren sucked, and Alonso used to sit in a fucking lawn chair looking like a jerk off. So Alonso, the best driver with the worst mistakes and getting off of teams.
Oh yeah,
no luck. Anyway, it's fine. All right, dude. I think it's time.
All right. Well, fine. Be like that.
I'm being like that. I think it's time.
All right. You got dance lessons tonight?
We have. Yes, I do. Later. We have 6 people watching now. It's time.
Well, Max is gone. No one gives a fuck about us.
Oh, damn. That's not right. But we'll see. Maybe this could be our biggest video.
Yeah, there you go.
Could be. We'll see.
Like, subscribe, do all the things, share with your friends.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't like us?
I don't know. I'm fucking dead sexy. Look at this beard.
I know. Look at that beard. Like, yeah.
I have like a small family of like chipmunks living in it. It's great.
Yeah, little gnomes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's like snacks in it for later. Anyway.
Yeah, snack. You keep snacks in it. Nice.
No, just they happen. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well.
All right.
Enjoy.
I will. I can't wait to fox my trot. So it should be good.
All right, man. Well, thanks everyone.
Everyone have fun this weekend. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it. So just have fun this weekend, all right? Yep. Point at the fish. All right. Bye.
Bye.